let's look into the passing of Natalie Wood. What happened that night on the boat? Was it something nefarious or was it an accident? Let's look into it. Of course, it's all alleged. For entertainment purposes only, not facts, psychic downloads, probably snarky opinions. Let's see what we can find out about Natalie Wood's passing off of the Splendor. That was the boat she had. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. This essentially is just telling the whole story of like, I'm on a vessel, my world ends, and then I'm going to start over again, right? Overriding concern, lovers. Underneath it, oh dear, this, okay. Not an accident, my opinion. Up here, there's this fear with the Hermit. There's a fear that somebody with extra information, somebody has information that knows the truth. So, somebody knows the truth. Whether that's the boat guy, Dennis, or whoever, somebody knows the truth about the whole thing, about what happened between the lovers, Natalie and Robert. Obsession. There's a hatred for her. There's this hatred for her of power, wealth, status, beauty, jealousy. Jealousy is probably a better word. Not hatred, but jealousy of her. Jealousy. Okay. Desire. Make it look like an accident. In this, there is some idea as well about the energy is coming through of like, I'm an actor. I do make-believe all the time. I can make anyone believe anything. I'm an actor. There's some like diabolical energy like that right there. Main obstacle. Justice. Well, Natalie Wood has not had justice to date, as I know. So Robert Wagner's not been convicted. He is innocent. There's been a lot of scuttlebutt about his involvement for lots of time that's passed since this happened. But he has not faced justice. But this would tell me that at some point, maybe after Robert Wagner kicks the bucket, that whoever this person is will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. In that way, giving justice to Natalie. Interesting. I'm going to bring in the... I haven't used this one in a while. Please hold. I'm going to bring out the Dark Romance article. What else can we know about what happened on this boat that Natalie was bumped off of, allegedly? Clarity, devotion, abandonment, energy clearing, ghosted. Okay, first part of this. Natalie's not really in love as much or anymore with Robert. There's this idea that she used to be very devoted to him, but now Robert's seeing the writing on the wall that she's just not that into him. And she's like pulled her love away, or she may also have been saying, I'm going to divorce you and say goodbye to your bitch ass. There's an idea that the connection, the love connection, whatever you want to call it, done. Done, 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 done. Looking into, we have future gossip, clingy, synchronicity, and home. I'll give you what I'm getting because I don't remember the story that well. So I'm not going to let you go. So I guess that would be Robert's energy. I'm not going to let you go. We're too good as a marketable unit. We're that good as a marketable unit. I'm not going to let you go in terms of, I know you're not that into me, but you're not going to go. You're going to fall in line with me and do what I say because this is like what we do. So it's not about love. So she's saying, I'm not that into you. And he's like, well, I don't really give a shit. You're going to be into me. And we're going to continue on and together forever in wedded bliss, or at least legally married. You're not leaving. Because it looks like she's like, I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge. I'm done with you. Judgment, toxicity, unrequited love, mischievous, and romance. There's another element to this. So I don't know if this brings in Christopher Walken, but there's something here about this other person is, the way I'm getting, my opinion, that would be Robert Wagner saying, you're hot for, I don't know who, Christopher Walken maybe, or maybe it's some other actor. You're hot for this other actor, and they're putting you under their spell, and they're pulling you away from me, and I don't like that shit, and that's not going to continue on. But then there's this pushback, like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Who the fuck are you, Robert Wagner? Like, she's like pissed, like, fuck you. And he's like, yeah, no, you're not like, I don't know how these people are not happy. This is an argument. Okay. Let's continue on. Let's see if we can get into the argument. I'm going to bring out my deck here. I want to get into the argument that they're having on the boat. What is this argument? We're going to do Natalie and Robert Wagner. And I'm going to split it. Okay, this will be Natalie's side. Okay, this is Natalie's side. This is Robert's side. Okay. So the argument that's going on between them. She's got blackmail on him. She's got something on him. Blackmail, whatever we want to call it. She has something on him that she can use against him. So, all right. He okay. He has some type of energy on about her, perhaps doing something with dude. Romance. Okay. She's like, I'm going to tell everything I know about you, Robert Wagner, you dirty, dirty fucking bird. You dirty, dirty bird. You do that and you're dead. She took that threat seriously. She took that threat seriously. She knew her back was up against a wall. God almighty, I'm wondering if Robert Wagner's done this before. My opinion, allegedly. It's almost like you don't push me. Don't push me. You know what I did with so-and-so, I can do it to you. Fuck. Okay, so now she knows that he's not fooling around. She's like, chill out. Let's like not get crazy town, but chill out. And he's like, no, there's no chilling out from this. It's almost like you've gone a step too far, right? Like, you're going to tell everything you know about me, and you're going to go out there and share it in the press and whatnot. No. Like, this is like, you've made a threat and you've gone one step too far and I ain't having that. She's like, okay, well, if I have to defend myself against you, I will. However, I have to do that. If I, like, this is like, I'll defend myself. I'll figure out if I have to get a lawyer, PR, or whatever, security, da-da-da. I'll figure out how I have to get that to defend myself against you. You're going to need a lot of money to, you're like, almost like you're not going to have enough money, assets, or whatever. You're not going to have access, it's access, okay, to all the money in the world that you're going to need to deal with a fight with me. Like, there's not enough money in the world for you to win this battle. Although I think she was quite rich. Okay. Well, don't worry about it. I'm going to explore all the options. I'm going to see what's out there, what I can do. Like, I'll figure this out. I can handle it. I don't need Robert Wagner. Oh, knife to the heart. You don't need Robert Wagner. What? We're an iconic couple. Our love story. I can't believe this. Oh, he's like very much in his feels too. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to make a decision here coming up soon how we're going to move forward, or how I'm going to move forward, whether you want to do that or not. Nine of Pentacles. Slow down, babe. Let's just... We're saying things we don't mean. We're saying things we don't mean. I've been thinking about this a long time, so I very much definitely mean it. Yeah. Like, you're talking like you're serious. You want to do an official, like, divorce, a separation, a breakup, assets, everything. Break it all up. Like, we're not a thing anymore. Oh, I'm going to take you to the cleaners. I have more money, more power, more whatever than you do, sir. And I'm going to protect my assets. The things that are mine. I'm going to take all that. That's all going to be mine. You're not going to get access to any of this shit. Uh-oh. Children. I'm going to sue for custody of children. I don't know if they have children, but there's some idea. If it's not children, well, it's tied into whatever it is. I'm going to tarnish your reputation. I'm going to tell everybody about, like, whatever kind of, you know, things you've been doing behind the scenes with the wands all over town. I'm going to tell everybody I know about this affair you had with so-and-so. I feel like as a younger male, I don't know who the hell that would be, but I'm going to tell everything. You're like, I'm going to make you unfit. You're a nasty whatever, you know, however portray women in the news when they're getting a divorce. You're a harlot, you're whatever. I'm going to do all of that. Everybody's going to see you that you're not Natalie Wood, this princess. You're like Natalie Wood, the whore. Oh, okay. Well, remember, I still know all those secrets about you and what you've done to other people in the past, so I don't think this is like a... This feels very much like a circular argument, like we're going back and forth over the same shit we've already said before. Oh, you're not going to be able to tell shit about me. I told you, whatever you think you're going to expose on me, I'm going to do it to you before you get a chance to even say it to the rest of the world. I'm put a muzzle on you. Okay, and... How weird is this? In the middle of this, every time he brings up this threat of like, basically, I'm going to permanently silence you, then she backs off and she's like, Robert, what are we doing? I don't know, darling. We need to work together. How have we gotten to this? Like, it almost like, I don't know. That's weird. It's like I don't know, it's like a code word, or like anytime he mentions it, then she knows it's serious, maybe not a code word, maybe not like MK Ultra brainwash, but then she steps it back again. Like, oh, Robert, how did we get here? I don't know, darling, we should work together and figure this out. How can we move forward? How can we make a plan that's workable for both of us? For everyone involved. There's others involved. I don't know if they had kids or not. There's some other pieces involved to their family unit. Well, she can't go on with this anymore. I can't go on with this anymore the way it is. Can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. We need to find out a solution that works for both of us. Something new. Let's see what new things are in store. Maybe we'll buy a new house or buy a new whatever. Well, let's go out and get something new. And, travel the world. I don't know. Do something new. We've tried that strategy before and that's never helped. Distractions never help. Maybe it will this time. Let's give it a go. I need to hold on to what I know. I need to hold on to what I know, what I feel, what is true to me in this world. New things are not going to help me get there. This is it. I just have to walk away from you. I just have to end it with you. No matter how many times I come up with logical solutions, Natalie, you just shoot me down. I'm still invested in this relationship and who we are, what it means to be together. But you just keep breaking my heart. It's always about you, and you just won't be a dreamer with me. Excuse my cough. Robert, I've looked into the past one too many times. I know what happens. This is always where we are now is where we always end up. It's like it just never changes. Ooh, that switched him. That turned him into a switch. He didn't like that at all. This is just like, okay. And then she's going back. I'm going to take what's mine. I'm going to take my fair share. I'm taking my stuff, the stuff that I earn, my assets, my liquidity, my whatever, my good name. I'm taking it all and I'm going to leave you. We just can't do this anymore. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Oh, you think it's just so easy to walk away. You know how long I've been, I don't know what that word is, holding you up, keeping you going, your support system. I've been in the background as your support system all this time. This is not just about you. I've been there. The sacrifices I've made. Oof. Then all of a sudden, doof. She's done. He must have said this with super force. Like there's a frustration of like, you think it's all about you, all the things I've done for you. Now you're done. Oh, now he's got to cover it up. Shit. He doesn't want to be that, like, third wheel or he's just the sideshow. So then she's gone. That feels like force, shove. And then it's like, shit, I got to cover this up. Interesting. She's thinking here about, I shouldn't have pushed him because he is that diabolical. It's always his way or the highway. He gets his way. I shouldn't have pushed him. Even though he pushed her. That's what I'm getting. He pushed her. But she shouldn't have verbally pushed him into that corner. He knows this is a turning point. He's got to cover this up, and he knows this is a turning point. Okay. Like her fleeting thoughts are just like, before she's going to the other side, are just about him. Like, seriously? This is how it ends? This is what you do? I can't believe you. I lost even more respect. If there was any respect left for him while she's having this argument, there's like, now she's just like, no, done. No respect at all. Just like a spoiled brat. Just spoiled brat. Okay. Now he's got to contain the secrets. He's got to contain whatever events happened on the boat. Nobody's going to talk. Nobody's going to say shit about it. Okay. So that just... they're having an argument about splitting up on the boat. Okay, so now he's got to contain the secrets on the boat. So who's on the boat? We have Dennis, the captain, and Christopher Walken. So we're going to do Robert Wagner, Christopher Walken, and Dennis. Like, what are the conversations he's having with them? Okay, so this is going to be, that's not really an equal split. Let me split it again so it's equal. 3 equal piles. Robert Wagner. This is Dennis. That's Christopher Walken. Okay, so Christopher Walken, let's shuffle yours. What do you need to say? Maybe he doesn't say shit. Maybe he's like, my lips are sealed. I am not saying diddly. I'm staying out of this. This is Dennis. What's going on with him? Because you got to cover up. Nobody can talk. Everybody's got to shut the F up. Dennis. Okay, Robert. What's Robert doing now? He's got to cover it up. Nobody talk. Nobody say a word. All right, Robert Wagner. Okay, I've got to keep this shit show together. I've got to keep this together. Dennis. Oh, I saw everything that happened. I saw everything that happened. Well, shit. Christopher Walken. Can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened. All right, Christopher Walken feels like his energy is very, Okay, Robert. I didn't mean for it to happen. Excuse me. I didn't mean for it to happen. It just happened. Dennis. I get it. I get it. You can count on me. I'm not going to say shit. Christopher Walken. I'm with you. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna help you cover this up or whatever we're doing. I go where you go, Robert. Christopher Risby. I go where you go, Robert. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. It's a tarot card reading. Don't come after me, Christopher Walken, Robert Wagner. Okay, Robert. We're gonna have to do some devilish work tonight to cover this up. Dennis is like, okay, well, there's some creative ways that we can like finagle the story and some ways that, you know, what would typically happen. We have to make sure this looks as realistic to an accident as possible. Christopher Walken. Okay, I can act the part. I can act the part. Robert, I'm going to compensate you well. I'm going to compensate you well. Both of you. Okay. Dennis. I got a lot of work to do. I got to put some things in order to help you make this right. Christopher, I don't really want to say much. I'm just going to be over here. I'm going to act the part that I'm just too emotionally distraught to say shit. Okay. I don't even need to continue on there. So essentially, like, they're all going to cover this up. So they made their plan of how they're all going to do this. Now, I don't really get nefarious vibes out of the captain, Dennis, or whatever he was, the boat driver. But I do see it's kind of like, fuck, you already saw what Robert Wagner just did, so are you going to, like, go against him? Doubt it. Does anybody outside of who was on the Splendor, does anybody who was out there on the water that night, did they see anything? Maybe they had binoculars or watching from a distance. Like, so I think when we got the secret knowledge, that could be Dennis or Christopher Walken. Those are the two that for sure know. But is there anybody outside of who's not on that boat that has secret knowledge? If there was, they're done with. Like, one way or another, they're either silenced or they've been voted off the island. Okay, and it's been a constant thing, so I think this would go back to the boat guy, Dennis, or Christopher Walken. It would be anyone else who would have had any type of idea, knowledge, or whatever is taken care of and silenced, one way or another. And for whoever's still around, it's almost like they get a residual check or something to keep them as best they can. Doesn't seem to work though. Dennis talked. But there's an idea that he has been paying off, if whatever. Somebody's been silenced, and he's trying to make sure the silence. Why did Dennis start talking? I don't remember exactly what he said, but I know he started talking. So maybe Robert wasn't paying him off anymore. I don't know. Because he knows the truth, and what happened that night, like, kind of turned his moral compass upside down when he accepted the agreement to go along with whatever Robert Wagner said. Okay, so he can't live with himself in terms of going along with whatever Robert Wagner said to cover Robert Wagner's lies. Like, he can't go with it. He can't bide with it. Now there's this desire to go back to the truth. Okay, so basically he doesn't want to live with the lie anymore. We saw there was kind of like, what was that card we had? No, more. How far back do we don't have abundance? Clarity. I don't think that was another. I'm looking. I thought we had a romance. Yeah, there's a romance. Okay, judgment, gossip. Let's see if Natalie Wood was having a romance with Christopher Walken. Was Natalie Wood having a romance with Christopher Walken? Was it like a... there's an affair, my opinion, a secret affair, but it wasn't a romance. Like, I don't get, like, that Natalie Wood was going to run off with Christopher Walken and, like, do that. Again, my opinion, there's a romance here with him, but they left it. That was like a one-time thing. And then this desire to, like, let's not go there again. Let's not fall back into that type of energy. Like, we know that's not right. Let's not do that again. Okay, let's control ourselves. So, not a romance. Not a romance. Let's see, did Robert Wagner know about that? If so, like, did he care? Like, he knew about it. He knew about it. There was some concern about this because like I said, I don't know Natalie Wood lore very much. But there's this idea I'm getting of, like, this could turn out like the other affair. Like some other drama from a past affair. Like, this is more about not heartbroken that she had an affair. It's almost like they're both cheaters or something. Like, they're just banging whoever they want to bang. Like, whatever. So I'm not getting concern of, like, oh my God, she's in love with Christopher Walken and I have to, whatever. This is more like she does this. She hooks up with these dudes and I know what happens, and then this is that I have all the sacrifices I've made, right? Oh, this energy to keep your secrets hidden, to pretend with you that we're in this love story type thing. More of like, you make it really hard for me to be your partner. Like, you make these decisions and it's like, ugh. So, all right. I don't think that's not a love triangle. I think it's because she was going to leave and take all her fucking money, and he was going to be out in the cold, and he didn't want any part of that. All right. Well, that's what I got. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment, and until next time, adios.